I am getting ready to do the drain holes, which could have been done a long time ago. I just never got around to it. So my rough estimate is it'll be out of the shadow, somewhere within that roughly drawn circle there. The drain is, I put the drain in right after I did the floor joists and before I put the subfloor down. So it's been sitting there for a long time. So there's a 2-inch pipe that runs across, and then another one that goes for the kitchen drain, and then it comes back, and then it goes back, and then it picks up the drain that is ran for the bus for the washer, clothes washer, laundry washer, washing machine, that one. So that goes across, and also the shower, and they meet over here somewhere. So there's the drain. It's all pre-run, hangers and everything, and we got about that much room. We've got way no room, right? But we needed enough for slope. I can move it out of the way, so I'll try to mark where I think the hole should be. I drew a great big circle, and I am right on the edge of the circle. I mean, like literally hitting the line. The drill bit is right here. Okay. So I'm going to mark that. Find it. Oh wow, not bad. Not quite perfect, but not bad. I could have gone this way just a little bit, but I know that, I mean, this is not a pressure, this is just a drain. So I'll just stick it down into the hole. I think I'll probably have to crawl underneath. So what I got this piece of OSB that I made a matching hole. I know I want to move the hole over. So we center it where I can see it. I'm going to screw this down to the floor so it doesn't move. Alright. That will help my bit stay where I want it to go. And we can drill another hole. Now what we got, you can see the new hole is a pretty good lineup. We've got an oblong hole. That's virtually impossible to make with the hole saw just by itself. Now, I got a nice straight shot, and I can get that where I want it. And I'll just fill a little bit of caulk in there. In fact, if I wanted to, I could just use this to make, you know, a better fitting cover. One drain. That'll be the one for the sink for the kitchen. At least get some of this work in progress. That's hilarious. Okay, so I'm going over the top of the microwave. I'm going to cut it up way high, and then I know I've got plenty. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Underneath, I got the holes drilled. I'm trying to do it the way that you would think the tap would be. Hot is left, cold is right. So that's good. Put the holes a few inches apart. From the outside, I'd look to see where that was going to line up with. So I figured, okay, do more or less center it on the pipe, on the drain. That seemed to look good. Same here. Left it up high. This one I put a piece of pipe hanger just to keep it from flopping down. Whatever, right? That's got plenty because your tap will be somewhere around in here anyway. So that's that. Yep, okay, they come down. So I'm going to pull them down where I can reach them, do my connections, and then push them back up again so that they're underneath and protected. Now my pipe is 10 feet long and the house is about 12. I can probably reach, and there's a hanger towards the other end. I'm hoping to get the pipe to lay on top of the hanger. See the silhouette anyway. Hey Bunny, sorry to make some noise. It's not going to be too bad, I promise. Alright, so what we're going to do, I'm going to push this over top of this pipe, and towards the other end there's a hanger. Let's see if this will work at all. I can get that. Right on. First try. Awesome. I'm going to get it on first, slide it a little bit, and then you can pull that yellow tape off, and then the two edges will stick to each other. You can go through the trouble to do this, you might as well try to do a nice job, right? Close. So, 100 pack. That's what the ring looks like. And then put the fitting on, because otherwise you can't get the ring on. Now, if you don't have the ring, it won't. It's not that big of a deal, but I mean, you can always pull the fitting back off and put the ring on, but it slows you down. Open it up, grab the end, and squeeze until it doesn't go any further, basically. Once it's all the way closed, it'll release and come back. So I usually take that off, slide the ring up out of the way, slide the fitting into the end of the hose. Good. From the other side, comes in off of the T, or the elbow first, and then the T goes up to the shower and then back. And we've got the insulation going on now. Shower in the house. I put this off for about a month because I didn't want to do this. I did not want to do this. That's kind of classy though. Anyway, so I brought over the tap from the bus. It's plumbed in. These are capped off, the ones coming up in the kitchen. Alright, so that's capped off, so we shouldn't have any leaks there. Yeah, seriously, right? I've now got a tap in here. That comes down. There's a T here. This goes to the house. That is off. This is off. So I'm going to test one segment at a time. So I got the house shut off and isolated so I can mess around. I've got two pumps in here. This is the 110 volt pump. That's the one I just got finished hooking up. That is powered from this switch off of this plug-in, which will then plug into that plug-in there. All right. Bit ghetto, but it's more or less legit. I have to turn that switch on, and that's on circuit 6. Now the reason I did that is when I'm doing the laundry, circuit 6 is the one that's running the washing machine. This has an on-demand switch on it. In theory, this should let me do automatic laundry where I don't have to keep going over there every cycle and refilling. That should just automatically go. I didn't realize that had the on-demand switch. I thought it was just going to be a straight pump. Yay for that. So that's got an on-demand. This has got an on-demand, but it's not working. I do have the replacement for this pump. I just haven't worried about it lately. So the way this is set up, this one comes from from the tank over there. Either one of these pumps will have water on them. So this is self-priming, this is self-priming. They'll both send water back out to the same output. I'm pretty sure that these have check valves in them because they can hold pressure. Okay, so they have to have a check valve in the pump design. Make sure these are all snugged up. Shouldn't have any leaks. So basically the water from either pump will go out and through into the source. From here, this line goes to the hot water heaters over there. And then the red comes back in. This goes to the bus hot water, which is now capped off. This one is the return line from the bus. I was trying to do a water recirculating thermal recyclator, whatever, a recirc pump. Basically, I was hoping to do passive recirc. It didn't seem to be working. So this is capped off. This is capped off in the bus. This one runs cold to the laundry. Okay. Hot water from the hot water solar heaters goes to here to the bus, which I can just shut this one off because it doesn't go anywhere anymore. But it'll be pressurized. I do want to check that cap, so I'm going to check that. And then here it goes to the house, which is both these are off and these go down to the house. Yeah, it's. I really wanted to have a DC pump, so if my inverter isn't working, I can still take a shower. That's kind of the idea. But this, I am hoping, is going to be way better. It's rated higher. It's got better flow, but it's the same basic setup. It's very similar setup. This will do 2.8 gallons a minute. This one will do 3.3 gallons a minute at 45 psi, and this one is only rated at 45 psi. So they're about the same psi, but this will do about another gallon a minute faster. The biggest advantage, though, is when I'm running the generator, this will just run and not run my battery dead. This thing will run my battery down, even though I'm running the battery charger. Cycle it once just to make sure that it comes on. All right. Yeah, that was working. Cool. That's awesome. Okay, we'll come back and play with that in a minute. But yeah, the good news is that on-demand pump is working like it's supposed to. It's going to take a while to build up pressure because it's a bunch of air. I'm going to save this water. I'll do hot first. Heck yeah. It's only about 15 feet worth of air, so that shouldn't be very much. Yeah, that's starting off right away. That's a good sign. I don't see any leaks here. I'm going to take a quick look underneath. Otherwise, I'm going to say test complete. But that pump, oh my God, it is awesome. It just seems like another click better than what I've been using so far. The 12-volt pumps are good. This is going to be much better, and the fact that it's got the on-demand switch, oh man, is that going to be cool. Circuit 6 covers half of the bus, including the washing machine, and this pump. So instead of having to go out and turning on and off the pump all the time, I could leave the switch on and turn off circuit 6, and then it's just not going to turn on again. The reason for that is in case I get a water leak, especially if I'm not here. If the inverter is on, it'll sit there and pump all of my water out wherever the leak is. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, okay, if I do this, I'm not committed to it, right? So that when I get the money, I can go buy a proper shower system, maybe even a real shower stall, craziness, right? And then I'll just cut that plumbing out, put in proper plumbing, and I'm done. This whole setup was out of the bus, including that piece of OSB. All right. Didn't have to mess around with it too much. I just grabbed it, chopped off the ends, redid them. These swivels were already made. Figured, well, let's just use them again. They were a little too long, so I cut them off, got them to match, and we're done. Good enough. And I bought that tap specifically because it was set up for a garden hose. Then I can monkey rig my shower, which is just, garden hose clamped onto the end of the shower, handheld shower. This has got a hook that I can hook onto this black plastic pipe. This is leftover. This was the first version of the water heater pipe. It's 3/4 of an inch. It's a little smaller. The stuff I use now is this full inch. But I had a bunch of it, so I've been using this for a while for that. It works good enough. One last thing that I want. I had a reminder earlier and I forgot. A lot of systems have a pressure tank somewhere that the pump will fill up a pressure tank. It's almost like filling up your air compressor. And then when the pressure tank is full, the pump shuts off. Then when you open up a tap, water comes out of the pressure tank first. And if you're just washing your hands really quick, the pump may not even turn on. And then the next time, the pump will turn on and fill up the pressure tank again.